Jon Dahl Tomasson, today it's finally match dag and you go to travel to Denmark, to Copenhagen and to Parken, and we know that you have your history there. So now when we get close, how do you feel?
I think it would be a strange feeling when you stand there in Parken, because I played there for a lot of games and normally that's my home supporters, but now I'm standing there with Sverige. It would be a strange feeling, but at the same time it's a football game, and I really want that we are doing well and we are taking steps regarding our implementation of the attacking way of playing football, with of course with a good defense as well. So it's going to be special, 100% sure. I will have a lot of family members as well in today's, but hopefully after we have played that game against Denmark, we can see some of the things we have been working on, all those concrete things. That's what you want to see now. Of course, the performance is important. The small steps in the right direction will be important for us in the preparation phase for a better team.
Yes, and you are still in the preparation phase, because next step with the competition game will be after the summer. But if you should just be a little bit more concrete of what would you like to see, especially in the game tonight, could you please?
Yeah, of course. No, you're totally right, Peter. We are building, and when you're under construction, it's not always the nicest thing. It's not always beautiful. We want it to be really good, so we want a quick game on the ball. So hopefully we can play with few touches. Within few seconds, when a player has the ball, that means you create a quick game. We want the ball to go forward, vertical passes, because the goal is standing in the end, instead of playing around and around, because that's boring and you will never entertain. That's one of the things I would like to see. And of course, we shouldn't forget we have great attackers, so runs in behind. At the same time, our defenders need to be with the midfield player, extremely alert and have a good balance. We need a good balance in the team so we don't concede chances for transition moment. Without the ball, I would like to see an aggressive team still, what we are working on. And of course, you're totally right, we are working on those 4 games against very good opponents who's going to the Europes, which we are not. So it's good preparation, of course, against very good opponent. The games we are playing the Nation League, where we start against Azerbaijan, is of course a different game. So we need to work on those things we need in that game in September.
And you have a lot of young players coming from the under-21 into the squad this time, and you have also the experienced players. Can you tell us about their attitude and what they put in those days you've been together?
Yeah, but I would actually start with giving a compliment to the more experienced players, because they have been great. They're helping those young guns. They're giving good advices. At the same time, young players give a lot of energy within a group, and you need a dynamic in the group. They're going like hell. I like that. So the training has been extremely intense, extremely good. You can say there's almost preparation to playing the Euros, so good has the training been. But we also here to of course try to get a big, but wider fundament. We are not only 11 players, no, we need to have more players when you look at the qualifications and the Nation League over time. So there's a good moment to catch the manager's eye and catch the staff's eyes as well. But the boys have been doing well.
And of course, with your Danish experience and your background, then we get some advantage of that tonight in Sweden, because you should know them best of all.
Yeah, of course I know. I work with a lot of those players, and some of the most important players are still the players which were important in my time, where we didn't lose a game for 3.5 years. So it's a good team you're playing against. It's a solid team who's used to winning, who's used to qualifications, and who actually has been in the last 4 tournaments, should we say, World Cup, European. So they're in a good place at the moment, a place where we also want to be in the future, and we are working hard on that. We are not there yet, and it's not a quick fix, but we will take those small steps each time where we're together. So each training, each meeting and each football game is extremely important to become better as a group. And at the same time, we shouldn't forget our fans, our supporter. We need to have that passion. I said it many times, players and the staff can't do it together. No, we need whole Sverige to be behind this team, the media to be behind the team, you know. That's what you need to be successful.